Good morning. It's raining, but this little girl still comes. There we go, my babe. Kenny's having a funny five. Norman is laid just there. What are you doing? What are you doing? So for my late breakfast or my early lunch, I've just done some hard-boiled eggs. So while these were still hot, I've just mashed them onto a couple of pieces of toast. So that's going to be my breakfast stroke lunch. And a nice cup of tea in my Basil cup. First overnight it was Jimmy. He went over to the plate where the medication was for Ringo, so I had to go out to stop him from eating it. Thankfully he didn't eat any of the sandwich, the 3 pieces were still there. Next to arrive was JJ, and here we have JJ and Jimmy. Once they'd gone, I then went and put the plate back out again, hoping that Ringo would come. And JJ thought he would go over to it, so again I had to get out there to pick that plate up as I didn't want him to have the medication. It just wasn't happening with Ringo. JJ didn't go farther, he just went outside the garden. He was soon back in as I walked into the porch. And then Howie turned up. It's so lovely to see him. I'd like to know where he goes, because he goes for a few days at a time and then he does come back again, which is always good. At least we know he's still around. Teeny was next then to arrive. Now I really can't tell who this is. It's the same sort of size as JJ, but it's definitely not JJ. So maybe it's Jasper or Jazzy, but they've not been around for ages, so I don't know. I just think maybe possibly it is one of those two. If not, I don't have a clue. ChipChip then turned up. And then we have me outside with JJ. After I'd gone in, look who turns up. It's Ringo. So I missed him, and he didn't get any of the medication that I did want him to have. But never mind, I'll keep trying. Daphne then came back again. And then Teeny showed up. And he just decided to sit there. ChipChip was last to arrive on the overnight camera, and there was actually food still left when I went out in the morning. Right, today's dinner was going to be Bubble and Squeak, but we're going to have that tomorrow instead because we've been shopping and we got some bargains. So we've got hot and spicy chicken wings, which was 60p. We've got a 3 cheese pasta, which again was 60p or something like that. And then here we have, it's this, beef in black bean with egg fried rice. So it's got beef, onion, red peppers and water chestnuts in black bean sauce. And again, you can see that was 60p as well. So it's a mix and match for dinner today. And that's what my plate looks like once I've dished myself some up. So we'll go and see if it's nice. So I'm sat here because Teeny was here. I've put the trays out and I've put some egg out in a bowl as well. And he's run off. Anyway, it has been raining. It's not raining now, thankfully. And verdict on the dinner was the hot and spicy chicken wings weren't that hot and spicy, but they give a little bit of a kick. The pasta was okay, but it needed something else. So we have got another one that we've frozen. So that just needs some extra cheese. Hang on a minute, who's that? And the black bean beef was actually quite pleasant. Come on, Teeny. So yeah, with the black bean beef, we've got another 4 of those. Somebody must be coming. Yeah, so they've got a bowl with some whisked egg in there tonight because when I went to boil some eggs earlier, they were stuck in the egg box, I suppose, for the want of a better word. And they broke, so I just tipped them into a bowl. So they've got some whisked up egg, which is very good for them anyway. Just saves them having to break the shell and eat it that way. And as you would have seen on the overnight camera, Ringo did show up at stupid o'clock. I persevered right up until gone midnight, hoping that he was going to turn up, and he didn't. But I've had a word with Steve about it today, because puppy number 1, she's had a funny old tail. Well, she did have, it's getting a lot better now. But hers, it looked like the start of mange, but it wasn't mange. And the same with Ringo. His tail's been like that for quite some time now. Hold on. Yeah, so he's teeny. Come on then, baby boy. Want some of that egg? Good boy. Is that nice? So yeah, just going back to Ringo. Oh, hello, Norman's here as well. Now Norman is going to hiss. Norman, he's not hurting you, is he? I wouldn't go too close to Norman. No, he's going to go now. So yeah, as I was saying with Ringo, I've forgotten what I was saying anyway, but yeah, it possibly isn't mange, as mange would have taken over and gone worse on his body elsewhere, not just his tail. So we're wondering if he's got something similar to what puppy number 1 had. And I'll just have to keep going as I'm going. Obviously, if I can get mange treatment in as a precaution, I will do. But it's just trying to get hold of the little fella and get him to take something that I've put out specifically for him, which just doesn't seem to be happening. But I'll keep persevering and I'll keep trying. So somebody was just walking past watching me talk to myself, as they do. Anyway, let's see who turns up next. Norman's gone out now. Yeah, so maybe Teeny will come back. Fingers crossed. And whilst I'm sat here, I've been thinking, if you think about it, ChipChip, she had a really bad tail last year as well, and she ended up with 3 lots of mange treatment, 2 of the ivermectin and 1 of the Bravecto, and it didn't make any difference whatsoever. And it's this year that her tail has just grown back of its own accord. So maybe, fingers crossed, it's something like that for Ringo, and it will start growing back. But like I say, I will try and get some treatment in him as a precaution if I can. Anyway, I'm waffling, so I'll shut up and I'll see who turns up next. So Teeny has come back again. Haven't seen anybody else. No sign of JJ yet. No sign of Jimmy. I know Jimmy normally comes a bit later. This little guy seems to be around early quite a lot at the moment. Norman is now in as well. You done? JJ. Come on then, little fella. I know, people with cars, isn't it? Yeah? Come on then, my man. That's egg in a bowl there if you want it. You're a bit wary tonight. What's going on there? Good boy. Yeah, sandwich first again. Boy. So you've eaten it all apart from that chicken drumstick. Why are you looking at me like that, you silly boy? Hey, you twist your neck. That was a bit daft. And off he goes. So we've got Teeny sat out there at the moment. And Jimmy has arrived. Come on then, Jim. Come on, mate. boy. Teeny just ran past to the left. You're looking a bit wet as well, aren't you? Horrible weather. Just fine drizzle. Now here comes Teeny as well. Come on. Well done, Jim. You didn't take long to eat that, did you? Here we go, mate. It's okay. Come on, Jim. You want your chicken? Teeny's run off. And so has Jimmy. Okay, so JJ is out there. He's just decided to sit down. Teeny has also run over to the left-hand side. Right, do you want some chicken, mate? Come on, here we go. Do you want that? You are funny. Drink some of the rainwater that's congregated at that end of the tray. There's Teeny. Good boy, yes you are. It's okay. Oh, somebody or something must be around. Good boy. So tonight we have seen Teeny, JJ and Jimmy. No sign of ChipChip, no sign of Ringo, and no sign of anybody else. Still no sign of anybody else. Very, very fine drizzle at the moment, so it's going to be another wet night. Apparently it shouldn't be raining tomorrow, but we will see. I'm going to call it a night now. Obviously I'll keep an eye out for Ringo and see if I can target feed him. And failing that, it will all be on the overnight camera. So I'm going to call it a night. I think I've already said that. And I'm waffling again. Anyway, I'm going. See you all tomorrow. Take care.